What?
Sarah.
Who did?
Sarah.
What?
What?
Was ist das? All right, here you go. Describe the essential functions of family for society. Refer to the functionalist view. Since we just had that choosing a mate activity, that was cool. Cool beans.
When I was saying that alcohol was bad.
I didn't say that.
You did, you looked at me like I had 3 of them.
I wanted to get more in detail about that, but everybody, oh, we got to keep moving.
I might go.
We're recording. Like every seventh period, I walk by Mr. Henninger's, and there you are.
Yeah, Mr. Weird.
Does he?
I think
I'm going to keep doing it then.
I never see you. I just hear Sarah say hi.
Hey.
I see Sarah and you go like this.
Yes, I only see Sarah and Matt. I don't see anybody else.
That's because I'm only in.
Oh, I should just step in every period. Hey guys.
Yeah. How's it going?
Hola.
No, you're
Yeah, right.
like, oh,
I'm trying to teach a class here.
yeah.
I'll say, well, I'd say, well, I'd like to teach mine, but my computer dies since you always forget your charger and borrow mine. So.
Oh,
Ooh.
boom, roasted.
Yeah. Bam. Roasted.
It's good.
I don't know. Boom goes a dynamite.
Also cheer. I used to
Georgianette. Seems weird seeing everybody's faces, actually.
Yeah, now you can see all my expressions towards it.
Yeah, I know. Holy cow.
I have to watch it now because like I can't look like make judgmental looks at people because now they can see it.
To say through this whole time, I could kind of read people's emotions through their eyes. It's gonna be tough. What'd you say?
She said just give it all. You gotta do it. Don't hide it.
Nike, just do it. Chris, you ready for Spider-Man?
I didn't get it.
Spider-Man.
Episode.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Came out last week. It's not new anymore, man.
Well, I saw him today.
I saw it.
I saw it yesterday.
The new one.
Yeah.
Wait, last week's episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. What? Yeah, I saw it that night when I came home from wrestling. All right, here we go. Describe the essential functions of family for society. So you got to refer back to. Uh-oh. Hopefully I have that.
Functionalist viewpoint.
Yeah. What do we got? What do we got? What do we have? Functionalist viewpoint. So modern societies, Western societies, kind of look to this functionalist viewpoint and its perspectives here. So yeah, there's other approaches, there's other viewpoints of it, but for the most part, with a functionalist perspective, we kind of can associate our structure, our societal structure to that. So what do we have here? Sarah, go ahead.
Function.
All righty, good job, good job. Yep, so fundamentalist values there. So we have sexual regulation, okay. We have reproductive, we have protective, we have socialization, and provision of social status. Good job. Good job. So make sure you guys remember that. I think it's important to note, especially with the fundamentalist viewpoint. And don't forget about that feminist approach, obviously, the feminist perspective and the interactionist viewpoint as well. But it's important to know those, especially moving on here when we get to relationships. That's what we're going to talk about today. Okie doke, terms for today. Got a few of them. Sorry. Let me zoom in. I'm getting there. I had to zoom in appropriately.
Oh my god. Oh my. This may take a while.
My gosh, bro.
I know.
No, you don't know because you're pulling typing out.
Yeah.
I didn't even. Exo means out, endo means in.
That's nice.
I didn't even know there was.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, I can see that now. So this is gonna take a whole period.
Yeah, it's the whole period record.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, actually, I can go over a minute.
Yeah.
I have an interesting story when we get to this turn here.
If we get to that term.
Yeah. If we get there. Cross your fingers.
This is a lot.
It really isn't when we're gonna go over it. I mean, I only have like 4 slides, so I just want to make sure I hit every term on there.
So you're going with Mickey?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna meet him there. Pretty pumped. Spider-Man.
I'm confused.
Before you miss it?
Who? Oh, your brother.
Spider-Man? I didn't think you'd old enough to watch
I was
Spider-Man.
watching that sweater, those kind of sweater.
Next time,
Younger
I'd like-
than-
Okay, and they've heard worse. This generation, this day and age, people can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
He's not even double digits. He's fine.
Give you another minute.
Who's doing? what's it called? Current event.
Yeah, good point. Well, these are circulating around again. Chris, okay. Should get Taylor action.
Oh, there it goes again.
What?
There's no age.
Oh, really?
No.
Sound like, we've known each other our whole lives.
No, there's just a space.
Okay.
See res.
Chris. All right, here we go. Okie doke. Let's get to it here. So, love and courtship in a global perspective, romantic love. All right, so again, kind of a Western ideology where there's monogamy and it's just with one other partner. But we're going to talk a little bit today about how polygamy is viewed and accepted the majority around the world, actually. Now, unbelievable, right? And even some places in the United States. And there's many cases, though, court cases of certain situations where there might be a marriage of multiple people and causes some issues and conflicts with our well, a lot of it with free exercise and some stipulations with some state laws on polygamy. And it's interesting to talk about it and how it's accepted, how many people view it as ethnocentric, right? And how maybe we just can't see and show any type of comparison with our viewpoints, our societal standards, and that. So again, cultural relativism, ethnocentrism definitely plays a role in these types of situations here, and how we maybe accept or maybe push out some of these viewpoints and this type of marriage and this type of relationships. All right, so again, we'll talk a little bit about the caste system. What is the caste system before we move on? I didn't even have it as a vocab term. What's a caste system? Do we remember? Should have mentioned this in one of your history classes.
Isn't that just like a set of laws?
Yeah, it's like a set of laws, right? A hierarchical socioeconomical system. Okay, so almost like a hierarchy where you have certain statuses that are resided at the top and kind of filters down. And in many caste systems, this is where people are chosen to have certain relationships with others. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about enogamy and exogamy today. So exogamy rules require that marriage be outside of some defined social group, such as one's own family. So this is more like limitations, right? This is something that is, these are like rules of who you cannot marry in a way. Okay, so your family kind of comes up with this idea of maybe expectations, maybe there's characteristics of who you cannot marry. And that's pretty strange, huh? It's telling you pretty much here the rules, the guidelines that you need to follow of who you can't marry. Almost brings back to the Romeo Juliet, right? Sure. What? You guys ever see the movie before? The one with Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, that's such a good movie. I love it. Kind of corny, but I like it. I like it. What is it? Capulets and the Montesquieux?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that was a firm rule. Maybe you can compare it to exogamy here. Endogamy, in contrast, rules require that it is within some larger group, such as a local community. So specify who is acceptable and preferred. as a marriage partner. So with that being said, this kind of goes along suit with many of these, I guess you say, designed relationships or marriages that are established mostly in a caste system, right? India especially is viewed as this type of caste system where the family, maybe the parents, kind of dictate who you're going to marry. And back in medieval times, Middle Ages, especially when it comes to economic status or social status, there might be designed marriages. Okay. A lot of it for land, a lot of it for power, right, Chris? Yeah. Monogamy, the conscious of unconscious tendency to select a mate with similar personal characteristics to you. And a lot of people, kind of maybe go for that. Obviously, there might be viewpoints, there might be traditions, cultural aspects that align with our own. And there's a viewpoint of opposites attract, right? Yeah. So with monogamy, though, that is the viewpoint where we try to match someone with similar perspectives, okay, similar beliefs, characteristics as our own. You guys good with that? All right. Monogamy, like I mentioned before, is just between a man, woman. Okay. Could be man and man, could be woman and woman too. But for the most part, this is what is accepted in Western viewpoints. So associated within Europe, obviously, coming to the United States, as the United States is this type of relationship. Interesting to know, though, less than 20% is actually preferred monogamy. That's amazing to think about. Only 20. We just can't imagine having multiple, let's say, wives or husbands, but 20% of the world view this as preferred. What do you think, Chris? Yeah. Obviously, that's something preferred for you, right? Can you imagine having multiple wives or husbands? I don't know, whatever. Too much to deal with. All right. A lot of attitude. Yeah, I can imagine all those mentalities there and personalities. Gee whiz. All right, so monogamy, again, just between man and woman, woman, maybe, or man and man. Whatever, right? 2021, okay, accept all that stuff, right? There you go. Polygamy is marriage of more than one spouse at a time, has been popular on all continents except Europe. Right. So again, these Western modern viewpoints, okay, polygamy is still actually referenced in the United States. Okay, this is actually shown in the United States, but for the most part, is monogamy in the U.S. But polygamy accepted all around the world, except really for these Western viewpoints. So polygamy is just multiple wives or multiple husbands. Polygamy is a marriage of many women to one man. That's usually how it is, how it occurs. Usually how it is referenced, right? And then there's polyandry, occurs as several husbands share the same wife. And in certain tribes, certain locations around the world, this might be two brothers that share a wife. Are you showing ethnocentrism here? Wow, open your mind, broaden your horizons here, Madden. All right. So both forms of polygamy have advantages and disadvantages over monogamy. Maybe you're going to have more workers on the family farm. Maybe you have more people to help out with chores around the house. Right, Chris? I guess so. Okay, yeah. Maybe we look at it a different way. And this is kind of your questions for today. You can take a picture of it. So I would take a picture of it so then you're not writing it down and I can keep moving on here. Yeah. Have them finished up for tomorrow. I mean, they're mostly opinionated, so there's not much to it. It's not much research you have to do. You guys good with the questions here? You take a picture of them? All right. Uh-oh. She ain't saying she's a gold digger. Hey, whoa, okay. Hypergamy, selecting a spouse or higher socioeconomic status than oneself. Anybody know Anna Nicole Smith? No? She was, yeah. She was in Playboy. She was a playmate for a long time. She was big in the early 2000s, late 90s. She came on a lot of shows and many people liked her. But her claim to fame was kind of this marriage here. And obviously, we all know why she married this man here, Howard Marshall. He was an oil gas tycoon, right? He owned a business, oil company, and she was obviously getting into maybe some of the money. And this caused a lot of issues, a big court hearing over it because the children, obviously his kids, wanted inheritance, and she was kind of trying to take half of it. What's that?
They're like older than her. He looks like he's 90.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was born in 1905. Yeah, he passed away in 1995, 1996. and Part of it, not all of it, though. Not all of it. I know. It's kind of sad. Yeah. Well, hey, yeah. Those pills really. Never mind. Not saying it. Anyway, so that worked out for her, kind of, I guess. But she ended up dying of drug overdose in 2007. And a lot of she used to go on these roast shows. You know how Comedy Central used to do the roasts of whoever. And the one was Pamela Anderson. So obviously Playmate, Playboy. So she was on that show. I remember her when I was growing up. Okay. What's that? Oh, no. What? Yeah, you did. What was that all about? I forget.
That's enough, Chris. That's enough.
Kind of yell at you. All right. So anyway, like I was mentioning before, with India especially, these arranged marriages, kind of referring back to the caste system here, with many of the family members or maybe a group choosing who you marry. A lot of it depends on economic status, social status, and I don't know. Maybe it's just with rice fields. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But so why do you think America does not have these arranged marriages? Why do you think we are kind of pushing away against this type of marriage? Why do you think, Leah?
We're advancing in our viewpoint.
You're saying we're more modern in India?
Yeah. Plus, their culture is more strict than ours. Nowadays, it's just becoming less and less strict. The parents are involved, I guess, in somewhat way, but they can't make you be something.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm sure we all went through that stage where parents are like, "Oh, you better not be hanging around that boy or that girl or something like that." But in a way, I guess it kind of refers to that, but not to that extent, where they're actually arranging marriages for you. So this kind of just details about how the United States is kind of more individualistic, obviously with these characteristics of separating ourselves from arranged marriages and relationships. What? You only like the Bears? What? It was from that catalog thing that we had at the Socialization last PowerPoint. Probably. Those are big things back in the day. What?
There's those bears. My mom used to get this.
Yeah, they're huge back in the day. All right, dating relationships. I was going to have you answer these, but I'll just keep moving on. This just details on the history of the United States, really through industrialization, after World War II, how dating changed. And a lot of it just because the introduction of cars, with media, entertainment, and how this is kind of separating ourselves from those close-knit family ties. Right. So obviously early 1900s, 1800s, it was really designed about family, and they might have a bigger decision or role with who your partner might be or who you might have a relationship with. Now it's just totally changed, especially with cell phones. You can just be in contact with anybody. You can have a long distance relationship with someone that you've never met before. Okay. All right. Thanks. Great. All right. Zip it. All right. Yeah. So again, what do they call those? Catfishing. Yeah. That show on MTV used to be pretty big.
I watched that before.
Oh,
Ever see that Adam
I like when it
Sandler
works out for them. You're like, oh, this is great.
Even when they
Exactly.
are catfish, they still stay together.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Like Jack and Jill movie? Ever see that? Adam Sandler?
I don't know if I ever saw that.
Yeah, it's he has a twin sister and he plays the twin sister. And she's kind of ugly, but a catfish. And he because she wants her to get out of the house. He writes her own kind of like date thing that she wants.
I'll have to check it out, I guess. All right. Stimulus value role theory. So number one, stimulus stage, two people attracted to each other in some superficial way. Two, value stage, compatibility is tested in terms of important things, religious beliefs, political opinions, interests, future. Three, role stage, people then act the role of the couple as dictated by society and culture. So here we are acting again. Goffman's perspective of self. You guys remember that? Okay, that was a quick yeah. All right, yeah. So stimulus stage is just really this superficial way. Maybe it is just popularity. Maybe it is economic status. Maybe they have a great job. Maybe it's just their role within society. Value stage again, how linking beliefs come together. The more I think about it, my girlfriend and I really don't have too much in common. But she just puts up with me anyway. Right? Lightsabers and going to see Spider-Man. Jeez. Role stage, acting these roles out to fit in with society and culture. Tegan, I think you said it. You said you didn't want to be in a suburban area with a dog or something. You're just like, I can't imagine myself living that lifestyle. So you're already kind of challenging that role stage, aren't you? You're like, I don't want to fit the mold, right? Just want to have a, what do you want to do? Travel? Like just travel around or what? Live in an urban area.
No, I want to travel, but eventually I'll settle down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like, she doesn't want to live in a neighborhood where all the houses are the same.
And she doesn't have kids too early because she just thinks they're gonna tire down.
I'm almost
Or
30.
no.
I'm gonna be the old dad here soon enough. I mean, if I don't.
Better get work on
Nope. All right. Anyway, there we go. Is there any questions so far here?
Yeah.
I want to finish up this PowerPoint tomorrow, hopefully. Cross your fingers. And then maybe by the end of the week next week we can finish up, get a test in, and
Let's play.
maybe we'll watch a movie before a break. What do you think?
Don't have a question.
Let me just stop the recording before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his girlfriend is a huge subscriber.
Yes, exactly.